Good evening, friends. Good evening, everybody. This is Mitran Sriram, Editor-in-Chief of National News Bureau. Today, we have a very interesting thing. We have a great personality. Uh, so he'll be sharing his views and thoughts, his success journey, and a lot more things in our Sowbaghya Seed Summit spotlight today. Uh, of course, before I invite him onto the stage, uh, say I wish to share about what actually the National News Bureau is. A small journey about National News Bureau. Say, National News Bureau, NNB News, is a nodal agency to disseminate the information to the printed electronic media on government policies, programs, initiatives, and achievements. It functions as an interface between the entrepreneurs and the media, and also serves to provide feedback to them on public reaction as reflected in the media. So NNB News disseminates information through different modes of communication, say via press releases, press notes, feature articles, backgrounders, photographs, and database available on various sources. Say informations disseminated is released daily in English and Tamil to reach out to about 5 lakh plus registered subscribers in different parts of the country. In addition, NNP News organizes press conferences, press briefing, interviews of entrepreneurs and other senior dignitaries for sensitizing media persons on important policy initiatives in the business world. So we have an organizational setup is very unique one. NNB News. We have our headquarters in Coimbatore, South India, and it is headed by me, the editor-in-chief, media and communications. I'm assisted with five senior journalists in the industry. So NNB News also runs a control room. We have a newsroom at headquarters to ensure dissemination of information. In addition to release of publicity materials now issued from the headquarters in local language, mostly it will be in no, English and Tamil. We NNP News give original press releases, press notes, backgrounders whenever an important event is organized by the industry players in a particular region. So our activities can be broadly classified into three categories: so information, education, and communication. Besides the routine publicity work, the bureau makes some special endeavors towards publicity, like editors' conference on social and infrastructure issues. As part of the special services, the feedback cell in NNP News prepares success stories and special digest based on news stories and editorials from national as well as regional dailies and periodicals for the use of our registered listed members. We conduct seed awards might as well. So this seed summit is a prelude for our seed awards. See, seed awards stands for Startup Entrepreneur Enterprise Dignity Awards. It's an initiative of National News Bureau to honor and recognize best SMEs, MSMEs, startups, entrepreneurs, and enterprises. We celebrate the zeal, fortune, and continuing commitment to excellence of outstanding contributions to our nation. So, SEED focuses on recognizing business icons who paved their way to accomplishments and success through hard work, dedication, perseverance, and discipline. Say today, we have a very interesting person. As I said, we will be sharing his uh, experience and journey. Okay. Good. Now I invite Parthasarathi Iyengar onto the stage, please. Sir, good evening and welcome, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. How do you do?
Yes, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. That's right. Yes, please.
The video
Sir,
is
I
not
need to switch on
visible.
your camera, sir. You're not visible. You're audible, but you're not visible, sir. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, fine.
Friends, as I said early, so we have an interesting person today, in front of us. Uh, Sri Parthasarathi Iyengar is a founder and CEO of India Startup 360. He's a co-founder and CEO of Millet Mart, which is private limited. He's a president of All India Millet Promoters Association. He's a co-founder Forum for Rural Empowerment and National Development. City and Guild, UK accredited mentor for Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust, empowering more than 3,000 startups of various domains. Such a great thing. Uh, have two registered patents. He's having two registered patents. Is mentoring 300 plus millet startups in India, member of a global organization of people of Indian origin, International Business Council, member of Global Indian Organization, GIO, startup community. Is a director, Bose Agri Analytics Private Limited, the honorary member of AICRA's STEM Education Steering Committee. So a lot more achievements are there. So really, you are all, whoever inside this hall, who are all watching this live, who will be watching this recording of today's interview, inputs of Parsad Iyengar sir. It's it's something like something like a blood bank, or he's a knowledge bank. I'll say knowledge bank. I'll say a data bank. So such a fantastic personality in front of us. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. Say
Thank
probably
you, thank you, Mr. Sriram. Yeah,
yes, yes. Say probably see audience. So who are all inside? Probably you can have your questions also separately. Say probably we can whatever doubts or any clarification you want, any extra inputs, whatever Mr. Parthasarathi sir is sharing with us. You need some extra inputs from that. Probably you can ask, and if time permits, we can have those Q&A session as well. We can take a couple of few questions. See, this Sowbaghya Seed Summit is a prelude for our seed awards. That's what I said. Say the basic idea of these summits is particularly startups, MSMEs, and SMEs. Say everybody is running business, right? Everybody is running business. A few are successful, a few are on their way to success. It's a long journey. It's a long journey. So definitely there will be some no ifs and buts, struggles, obstacles. So when an experienced person from the industry shares his knowledge and thoughts, and when he extends his hands as a say like I'm supporting you, or I'll support you, that will be a fantastic morale booster for all the entrepreneurs particularly. So Parthasarathi Iyengar sir, with such a vast experience, such a vast experience will definitely be helpful. So in this summit, like Parthasarathi sir, we'll be roping in lot of solid, experienced people who will be sharing their interviews, highlights, inputs, and lot more things. And we have another session called no screening, where we'll be casting videos of talks by extraordinary people. So this is all about this, sir. Let us move on with the questions, sir. Shall we, sir?
of course. Yeah. Yes, sir, please.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
ready.
sir. Yeah, sir. You can tell something about you, sir. A small, introduction about you. A small brief about you, sir. So probably I'll have that
Small
as well.
brief. Only one thing I can tell. You gave so much of introduction and all about, and you spoke about success. See,
Okay.
I'll tell you, to become a successful man, it's very easy.
Okay.
People who learn from their own mistakes, they find it very difficult to grow. But
Okay.
people who learn from others' mistake, they pick up easy and then become successful most. So I chose the second path. So that's why I feel that
Okay.
okay, I am successful. In the sense, like if I need to be very cautious, but
Okay.
I don't stop at one particular point. Till such
Okay.
point, like
Okay.
as you say, I always try to give life to even to a dead body until otherwise either it is burnt or destroyed totally. So that is the
Oh,
only
okay,
way I
okay,
feel that like never give up attitude. So I
okay,
always be very optimistic and see yes, this is achievable, and I
okay,
yeah, always
okay,
look at it and I get through. That is the reason that
oh,
I feel that like yes, I am bit
okay.
successful.
That's great. Fantastic, sir. Say, what are the three turning points in your lives? I'm asking three turning points in your lives.
Three turning points. The first turning point I would say way back in 84 or 85, and my
Okay,
very first boss, he he was maybe like yeah, something went wrong that day. Every Monday we used to have a weekly call, and
okay,
it is all about collections and nothing but collection. So on a
okay,
Sunday, previous Sunday, I was supposed to go and collect some payment of not in those days even 3,000 rupees was much bigger. We used to have only 1 lakh rupees as our monthly targets for sale and collection.
okay.
So the 3,000
Mm-mm.
rupees was to be collected. As I said, I'll go on Sunday and collect it. But as the luck would have
Okay,
that day,
okay.
it happened so that like, my elder brother, his engagement was all of a sudden arranged and I couldn't
Oh,
go. But
okay,
I
okay.
still I made it a point to call my boss there in the night, and like I said, yes, I'll not. I didn't go today, but all said and done, I'll go tomorrow early morning because those days all in factories in Chennai they start working at 8 o'clock. The general shift used to start at 8 o'clock. I'll
Okay.
go and collect the payment and come back to the office by 10 by the time the boss comes. I
Mm-mm.
gave that message, but unfortunately, it took almost some 10 15 minutes or even half an hour for me to collect the check and reach the office in time. Before
Okay,
that, like to
okay.
save himself from the bombarding or whatever it is, he just told. I told
Mm-mm.
Partha to go and collect it. He didn't go and he didn't come to the office also today.
Oh,
So he felt that it is the safest way so that he can escape that.
oh,
But
okay.
by the time I reached, like I went to the accountant and gave him the check, and then people said, "Hey, you are being called there in the room for the meeting. Go and join that." So
Mm-mm.
by the time I opened the door and entered inside, my boss started shouting and started calling names.
Oh,
So I didn't like it. I just closed it and came out.
mm-mm.
Then immediately my immediate boss he came rushing outside and he's calling you. Why did you come outside? He
Mm-mm.
spoke to me. Is it? I thought he spoke to you. He was calling some names. I didn't know that he spoke to me.
Okay.
I said, no, you are very mischievous boy. You come inside. I was hardly 23, 24 those days. I just
Mm-mm.
went inside. Then he asked me, did he say that you should go and collect it? I said, yes. Did you go yesterday? I said, no. Why the hell
Mm-mm.
you didn't go? He knows the answer.
Mm-mm.
Then he said, what is he telling? He says that you know the answer, but you said that he never reported. Yes, yesterday night I called him and said that this is what it is. And today morning I will go and collect it. And I gave the check in the morning, just gave the check in the next room. Then I came over here.
Mm-mm.
So that happened to be a turning point in my life. I said, like, there is no point in wasting your time with people who don't recognize
Mm-mm.
your efforts. So that was the
Mm-mm.
first time that I learned that yes, your
Okay,
work
okay.
should be rewarded, your work should be recognized. Then only you
Mm-mm.
can do it. That was it.
Mm-mm.
And in the second case, it happened there sometime in 86 or 87. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I joined an instrumentation company there at Bangalore, Bombay. So
Okay.
earlier they had given an office come residence assignment over there.
Mm-mm.
So that unfortunately or fortunately they said like from tomorrow you will not be given the accommodation.
Okay,
You need to look
okay.
for yourself. In
Okay,
those days
okay.
my salary was something around 1200 rupees or 1400 rupees. I don't remember that. And I
Oh,
said then
okay,
yes,
okay.
you give me an allowance for the house rent. And then no, it's
Mm-mm.
not possible. So if you want, you can leave and go.
Oh,
So that was the second point. I said, yes. I'm quitting and going back. That was the
Okay.
second point. And the third point, which I can never forget in my lifetime, was in 1989. And
Mm-mm.
that day, it was just the day prior to Deepavali day. My mother was very seriously hospitalized. She was
Oh.
undergoing an ailment for brain tumor and so on. So
Oh.
these people, they sent me to Hyderabad.
No.
Uh, Even though I said the next, she's very critical, she'll collapse any moment, but I want to stay by this side.
Mm-mm.
They said you go back, this check is very important, you collect and come back.
Mm-mm.
But the luck would have it, like, by the time I collected the check and like, I was still there in the company's premises only where I went there to collect. I got the phone
Mm-mm.
call that my mother has passed away.
Oh,
So
okay,
that was the
okay.
time. Then I said that the time which I cannot spend with my family,
Mm-mm.
there is no point in like, giving the entire time to somebody who don't recognize your sentiments. The check could have been collected by somebody else, or it could have been collected a day after, whatever it is,
Of
but
course.
they didn't choose it that way. So that day I
Mm-mm.
decided, no, enough is enough. There is no more working. So I'll, whatever it
Okay,
is,
okay.
yes, it is for me, it is for my betterment, and that. So these are the three turning points I would say that in my lifetime that
Oh,
I
okay,
can
okay.
I can never forget in my lifetime. Basically,
Oh, okay, okay. Good. See, according to you, what is your definition of success?
I think I
Definition.
told you in the beginning itself. Success, yes, you try to learn from others' mistake, not from your own mistakes. If you
Okay.
fail, if you fail once, maybe with a little more courage, then you will again try the second time also. If you
Okay.
succeed, then it's okay. Then again, if you fail, you will never get a
Mhm.
third time in your lifetime to
Okay.
make it an attempt. So
Okay.
don't ever
Okay.
venture and then don't wait for you to fail. Before doing anything, look at others, why they have failed, what
Mm-mm.
mistake they might have done. Either you go and consult with them. That's why I said that a mentor is a very critical person in your lifetime.
Mm-mm.
You need to definitely take a mentor at whatever
Okay.
stage you are, whatever age you are there. You accept somebody as your mentor and then listen to him and then
Mm-mm.
find out what is the main root cause for a failure, if not for a success. Find out what is the
Okay.
root cause for the failure, learn from others' mistake, then you will
Okay.
always become successful.
That's great. So, what are your three daily practices which had helped you progress in life?
Daily practices, yes, first thing is look for more new avenues. See, normally what happens, right? People they call it as a cold call in a salesman's life.
Mm-mm.
They what they do is like take out a big database, then like keep calling, then they'll say you require this, you don't require this, okay, next. No, that will
Mm-mm.
not work. What
Mm-mm.
I do is I look for the people who buy similar products or similar services, maybe from the social media or from newspapers or from the advertisements and so on. Then I
Mm-mm.
go.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there, yes, you need to identify the need. First thing, yes, if the customer needs your service, then only you can be successful. That I do it.
Mm-mm.
And
Mm-mm.
second attempt is, yes, whether the service what I am providing is really going to make any use to the customer,
Okay.
then only he is going to buy it.
Mm-mm.
So if it is not, then I need to rework my story and then present it in such a way that yes, it is there, and then do it. And third work
Oh.
is I always ensure that whomsoever I talk, I listen to
Mm-mm.
him first and then say his requirements. What
Okay.
is that he
Okay.
requires? Not that I try to sell my product or whatever it is. Then I ask,
Mm-mm.
what are all your pain points?
Mm-mm.
You require it, okay. You already have so many vendors and so on. What is your pain point?
Mm-mm.
Why you are looking for a new vendor or a new service?
Mm-mm.
Whether I am able to satisfy that or not, then only I'll become. Not just
Mm-mm.
by reducing the price or matching the price or something like
Mm-mm.
that. If he has got some pain point, you need to understand. It may be a long delivery period, or it may
Mm-mm.
be repeated calls that he is not being able to satisfy or whatever it is. So those
Mm-mm.
pain points you need to understand and go and address it. So these are the three avenues that I always look at it.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, what is that one factor which motivates you to give your best?
My opponent's success. That is why I always
Okay.
like it. Why if he can be of success, then why not me? That is,
Mm-mm.
if you can do a job, why not me?
Okay,
I
okay.
always have a policy. If you can do it, I can do it. If you
Mm-mm.
can't do it, only I can do it. That is the
Oh,
policy
if
I
you can't
have.
do,
Maybe
only
he
I
has
can
to.
do.
Yes,
That's
if you can't do, only I
might,
can do
might,
it.
might sound egoistic, but I feel
That
it's
is
a
the fact. That is the fact.
yeah,
If that
exactly.
confidence is not there, then you can never
Mm-mm.
become a salesman or a businessman. That is not possible at all for you.
Mm-mm. Okay, okay, that's nice. So, what is that one thing you miss the most in your lives? One thing you miss,
One
or
thing
you
I
feel
miss
you
most
miss?
in my One thing I miss most in my life is, yes, my private time to my families. That is that
Okay.
often I get scolded or even like why often even before starting this she was standing there and then telling something and I said yes, yes, yes. I didn't listen what exactly she was telling.
Oh,
I said
okay,
okay,
okay.
why not something. So these are all the
Mm-mm.
very lighter moments in your lifetime. Like you will never ever get back even if you want in some time. Maybe
Mm-mm.
something like this. So the personal life is something. Yes, at times I do miss it, even though I
Mm-mm.
do work mostly from work from home for almost
Mm-mm.
since uh, COVID time. I would say since that time, but I have
Okay,
learned not to miss my customers even sitting at my house. And
okay,
of
okay.
late, of course, I have started moving. That yes, where minimum travel is required, that is due to my health condition and so on,
Mm-mm.
so I do it. So yes, we very badly miss the personal life.
Okay, okay. So, what one emotion of yours, which consumes a lot of energy, and how the way you channelize it?
Emotion,
Emotion.
yes, somebody in spite of understanding the fact, yes, you are capable of delivering, you are a better person to deliver, and so on and so forth. Without assigning any reason,
Mm-hmm.
he chooses the other person for the services. Whatever might be the best reason to him, but he'll
Mm-hmm.
not have any assign any reason, and he'll
Okay,
not
okay.
even have the guts to come and tell you, yes, sir, because of this I went to that person or whatever it is. He'll
Mm-hmm.
just only try to avoid you. So that is one thing which I can somehow, it may be wrong. I need to work upon that, but still, yes, I feel that one emotion I
Mm-mm.
can never control. I become a bit disturbed and go mentally derailed for some time.
Mm-mm.
Then I console myself. This might be the reason why he chose the other person. What best could be the reason?
Okay.
It may not be for the price that I am sure. It may not be for the services or whatever it is. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe I failed in some extent to convince him that I can be the best choice for it. That somehow. So I
Okay.
concluded that way and tried to rework it during my next attempt. That is why it is.
Okay. Okay. Sir, a book, seminar, movie, or song which has transformed your lives. So
Book,
you
seminar,
are
or movie.
you play a role as a mentor for so many startup people.
Book, I would say I used to have this pocket edition of The Spoke Vivekananda. I used to carry it while traveling by train and all. I used to.
Okay.
So that certainly made a quite good impact on me.
Mm-hmm.
And second, the person you said, is it? Person, yes,
Book,
I had
a
one of
book, a seminar, a movie or song.
seminar. Either of these things, is it?
Either of it. See, the basic idea of this question is, so of course, there are so many motivational speakers, there are so many coaches. So
I
any
can of
subject
course
that
mention
there
the
are.
movie. I can mention the
Hmm.
movie and also the song. I can mention yes, Three Idiots. Somehow it had some impact on my mind. That is one thing I would
Okay,
say.
okay.
And
Hmm.
the song which I always used to say everybody very motivating is my beloved Vadyar, our ex
Okay, okay,
chief minister, Dr. MGR. His
okay.
songs were there in olden days. Maybe I can say a
Hmm.
few words that உன்னை அறிந்தால் நீ உன்னை அறிந்தால்
Hmm.
உலகத்தில் போராடலாம் உயர்ந்தாலும் தாழ்ந்தாலும் தலை வணங்காமல் நீ ஆடலாம். That is, you should understand yourself first. So then you
Hmm.
can go and fight in the world. Whether you
Okay,
rise or
okay.
fall, you can.
Hmm.
There is no need for you to bow down in front of others and then like you
Hmm.
present yourself. That is not there. And in that
Okay, okay.
particular song, one particular line that makes quite a lot of impact on me is
Hmm.
மாபெரும் சபையினில் நீ நடந்தால் உனக்கு மாலைகள் விழ வேண்டும் மாற்று குறையாத
Hmm.
மன்னவன் இவன் என்று போற்றி புகழ வேண்டும். Of course, he
Hmm.
lived up to that song. And
Hmm.
yes, wherever you go in a very big gathering, people should
Hmm.
recognize you and then garland you. So that is my ambition. Yes,
Okay,
somehow
okay.
it
Good, good.
happened. Some of that.
Fine, nice,
And the
nice. Say here.
seminar, of course, I cannot remember as of now. Yes, I
Okay.
attended a lot of seminars and, of course, tried to gather some good points here and there. But
Hmm.
I cannot see anything that made any impact on my life or something like that because I'm
Okay,
very
okay,
choosy on that. But
okay,
wherever
okay.
I go, I make sure that what are the best point that comes out of it is
Hmm.
to take out of it, or even the worst point that at times it clicks. Yes, this is the mistake that you should not do whenever you
Hmm.
talk to some people. So though both the points are there,
Okay,
that's it.
okay.
But
Because
no else
here,
we can.
I'll take just a minute from yours. See with this song which I've transferred. No, I have two songs of my choice. Of course, what song you told is of Kannadasan. So my choice is also again the same Kannadasan. So what Kannadasan said is, வாழ நினைத்தால் வாழலாம் வழியா இல்லை பூமியில் ஆழக்கடலும் சோலையாகும் ஆசை இருந்தால் நீந்திவா. So in that he say, பார்க்க தெரிந்தால் பாதை தெரியும் பார்த்து நடந்தால் பயணம் தொடரும் பயணம் தொடர்ந்தால் கதவு திறக்கும் கதவு திறந்தால் சாந்தி கிடைக்கும் சாந்தி கிடைத்தால் கவலை தீரும் கவலை தீர்ந்தால் வாழலாம். There's such fantastic, wonderful lines of
That's what
Kannadasan.
I tell you. Know these are the people. They not
Mm-mm.
only learn from their own failure or problems, they learn from others, and then that's why they
Mm-mm.
can quote. This is how it is. Okay, to
Mm-mm.
live like a king, he can only get inspired from people like MGR, whosoever it is now. So I
Mm-mm.
can't become a king or overnight or something like that. At least I can aspire to some
Mm-mm.
extent, whatever it is. Yes, people should regard you. So that's why you
Mm-mm.
need to be very clean and then like straightforward and so on. So these things, yes, it makes quite a lot of difference with people also. Today also I
Okay,
am
okay.
sitting and talking here, but I failed in some of my commitment today. Some I am getting some phone calls here and there, but I am
Mm-mm.
quite sure before I go to bed, I'll ensure that the problem is solved and then I go to bed.
Okay, okay.
Because of your action, like you knowingly or unknowingly put somebody there into trouble. So
Mm-mm.
that you always try to sort it out.
Okay,
That
okay.
attitude should be there in your life.
Okay. Friends in this room, you can also share any of the inspiring songs or quotes, or you can share it in the chat box as well. Invite from my side. So my next question is: what gives you the strength? What gives you the strength to move on when you feel alone?
Strength to move on when I'm alone.
Yeah, when you feel you are alone.
Yeah, feeling alone is definitely when you go on long tour or something like that, or when you stay alone, or somebody, even though they are by your side, they
Hmm.
don't support your emotion, they don't agree with your points or whatever it is.
Okay.
See, not agreeing with your points, there might be so many reasons. Maybe your ideology and their ideology do not tally or
Hmm.
whatever it is. Or it's quite possible that what I think is wrong, they feel it as right, or the vice versa. What I feel as wrong, they feel it as right. That is also
Okay.
possible. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
those things are always there, and my right option might be not acceptable to them or whatever it is. But I always listen to my mind and then say yes. I feel
Mm-hmm.
that, and wherever you give some proposal, I not only stop with that. Okay, what is going to happen today? Maybe tomorrow, after some time, or maybe after 5 years. These are all the problems that might creep up,
Mm-hmm.
either technically or legally or whatever it is. I used to think, then I take a call upon that, and at
Okay.
times
Okay.
it fizzles out. There is no end of the day. I am also a human that I
Okay. Okay.
bound to fail
Uh,
in some occasions. So that
oh,
is a very emotional moment, and then you can't help it. You can't help it.
okay. Okay. Quite interesting. So, top values in your life, sir.
Values in my life, yes, sincerity. That is
Okay.
it, and at least try to be straightforward with people, whatever it is. Not to give any misleading statements, not
Mm-hmm.
to give any false commitment to the people, and
Okay.
at times what I say it goes and pinches the other person. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that yes, it is always better to tell them upfront instead of telling at their back and then give them opportunity to fail and then regret
Mm-hmm.
for that. So they come and say, yes, you told the other day that is correct. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I feel that that is my strength, brother.
Okay. So, top three organizational values. Sir. So, because you're the person behind the so many organizations. So, so Millet Mart Ventures. So what are the three top organizational values?
See, organization values can be the top two, I would say, were vision and mission. Everybody says you
Okay.
have a vision and mission, but your vision should be a problem solving statement for some problem, somebody's problem. It may be some particular set of people, or it may be the entire community, or whatever it is. So your
Mm-hmm.
vision and mission that sets the trend for you. For example,
Okay.
in our Millet Mart Ventures, we wanted to fill the gap of the export market of the people who are
Mm-hmm.
there at the bottommost level, or I would say even tier 2, tier 3 cities. I call them as regional brands. I don't call them as regional players. I call them as regional brands.
Okay.
They
Okay.
are capable. There might be,
Mm-hmm.
suppose you are there in Coimbatore, there might be some good brand. In those days, Annapurna was an emerging brand that was coming up in Coimbatore, and
Mm-hmm.
Shanti Gears was one more thing that I would reckon it as. These are all the regional brands. Later on, they become much more powerful and so on. So these
Mm-hmm.
regional brands are capable of becoming powerful. Of late,
Mm-hmm.
I would say there is one company in Palladam that is called Tenira is the brand. And
Mm-hmm.
last month they sent one full container of this coconut nectar. They exported it to US. So it's a
Oh.
regional brand. It is reaching. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
they have lot of problems
Okay.
because most of them are not aware what how to do it. Everybody wants to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Why they look for a foreign market is, suppose one particular product, this product, if it is being sold in local market, there are
Mm-hmm.
n number of players.
Mm-hmm.
So if other person sells it as X rupee, even I need to sell it only X rupee or X minus 1 rupee.
Okay.
I
Okay.
cannot price mine as X plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Fearing a competition, I may not be successful with respect to pricing.
Okay.
Whereas
Okay.
in the foreign market, new market, wherever it is, where the
Mm-hmm.
products are very minimum, they
Mm-hmm.
always have the feeling. It is rightly so that yes, if you are selling at X rupee, you can sell it at 4X rupee by adding your transportation and other margins, everything, and you can
Mm-hmm.
definitely sell it at 4X rupees. So that 4X looks to them as a very lucrative pricing over there. But to
Mm-mm.
achieve that, there are a lot of compliances that you need to do it.
Mm-mm.
Fortunately or unfortunately, in Indian scenario, none of the
Mm-hmm.
government departments are even aware or not bothered to look into that aspect and then
Mm-hmm.
educate them. These are all the things you should do it. What they'll
Okay.
do
Okay.
is, if you want to sell this, you do this, you do this, you do this. First thing is,
Mm-mm.
you register with me, pay 10,000 rupees as the registration fee. You
Mm-mm.
maintain these documents. Then you pay this much tax beforehand and then you export it. After
Mm-mm.
exporting, then you give me all these statements. Only
Mm-mm.
these things they are bothered about that. They are not bothered as to what are all the compliances this person has to do to suit the other market.
Okay. Okay.
Now, in none of the products, none of the cases, no government department will come and tell you that you need to meet up these qualities. Suppose you want to go to Gulf, you need to take this halal certificate. Suppose you
Mm.
want to go to US, you need to this US FDA certification. If you want to go to Singapore, that Singapore FDA certification you should have. These are all the things
Okay.
after visiting so many places we learned by ourselves.
Okay. Okay.
We learned, then we said that yes, I am preparing a benchmark which will map to multiple geographical requirements for you.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
am trying to help you out. If you implement this particular quality maturity model, we call it as a QMM in Millet Mart
Mm-hmm.
Ventures. If you deploy this, it will be mapping to so many different countries' requirements, so
Okay.
that
Okay.
you can go confidently and say. In spite of
Mm-mm.
that, I'm telling you one simple example which is happening today in live
Mm-mm.
scenario. I can even quote the names that there are two particular brands
Mm-hmm.
who are willing to export. We have already told them you make ready some 200 kgs, 300 kgs of material. We design the wrapper and everything complying to Dubai market. That
Mm-hmm.
is, we help them to get the Arabic translation. We
Oh.
help them to get French translation and got it printed. These are all the
Oh.
prerequisites for any product to go and sell over there.
Okay.
We
Okay.
provided our halal certification number and we mapped it to our quality maturity model certification, and we went to their factory, implemented it, gave them the QMM, and then we have the confidence that this gentleman has already implemented it, so he will comply to halal certification. We gave our halal certification, registered it.
Oh.
We are taking the product to Gulf. But in
Fantastic.
spite of
Fantastic.
that, what we told today, there is a written mail to them. Please wait
Mm-hmm.
for another 1 week. Today is 20th. My first consignment is going to Gulf. We are taking our product with our brand and everything. Let us see whether it is going to have any further hurdle over there, any compliance issue over there. There is a possibility if we go over there, like that material is being held over there or something like that, then they may face some problem. At least here I can bear the expenditure and I think wait for a couple of days, get it reworked and then get it out. So I will come and tell you these are the mistake that you should rectify, then take it. As I told you in the beginning, we are forcing them to learn by our mistake, not from their mistake. So this is our values. These are the values that you should provide to your customer. That yes, they should have the confidence of togetherness. They should have the confidence. Yes, these people are there, definitely going to help us, and they will be with us. It may be a little bit delayed, but still, yes, they can be rest assured of that. I think Mr. Mitran has got some problem. Maybe his network.
Hello.
Yeah, I think you had some network issue. You are out.
Yeah, we
Am I audible? Technical snack.
hello. Hello. Sir, you're not audible, sir.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying. You are not. Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Okay, okay. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, fine. Okay. Sir, how do you encourage your team, sir?
Encouraging the team, just working along with them. That is the simplest way. See,
Okay,
one
okay,
thing you should have it in your mind until otherwise you know something how it can be done. You may not be know
okay,
the intricacies. Suppose I want to make coffee, I know yes, heat the milk, heat the take the decoction, mix it. At least that methodology I know. Okay, so
okay, okay,
I can tell after consuming it, I'd say, okay, it is less sugar or it is less coffee or it's less milk or whatever it is. That I can tell. So
mm-hmm.
if I want you to make a coffee, I can
Okay,
command it only if I know how to make coffee.
okay,
The
okay,
reason being, if you fail, I should be in a
okay,
position to come and tell you this is where you
mm-hmm.
have failed and this is how you need to rework it.
Okay, okay,
If I can't say, then I
mm-hmm.
can't expect you to do that job because that job will never
Okay,
get completed.
okay,
You need to
okay,
wait for some exponent from outside who has to come and tell these
mm-hmm.
people this is how you should do it. So at that
Okay,
point of time, you will have no value in the other person's or your own subordinates' eyes.
okay, okay,
Okay. Suppose I tell you this is the point that you should work it out. You
mm-hmm.
don't know how to work it out. I'll say you catch out of the person who can do it.
Okay,
And
okay,
I ask him to come and do it. Said this problem is there, you come and fix it.
mm-hmm.
Then only, then only I'll have an upper hand. Otherwise, array, it's not working. Come and see how it is not working. Then he'll start giving his own long
Mm-hmm.
stories, and I'll be taken for a task.
Mm-hmm.
So that should not be the case. So whatever it is, I should
Okay,
know the logic, how it will work, and how it is to be
mm-hmm.
done. Then only
Mm-hmm.
it can be worked out.
Okay,
So
that's nice.
you be a point where you are working together with them without
Okay,
knowing that
okay,
if I keep on shouting at them, Mary, you are not able to do it, what is the use? So get lost.
mm-hmm.
Not that will not work.
Okay,
We should
okay,
listen why they are failing, what is that, why the delay is. If they say
mm-hmm.
this is the problem, then I should give the solution to them. Yes, it is.
Okay, okay.
So if
Yes.
they
So,
have
what are
that
your
comfort, then
okay, okay, that's nice. So, what are your plans for the next 5 years, sir?
next 5 years, nothing. We just keep doing the same thing what you are doing, and
Okay,
just keep looking for the avenues where things are going to change. See,
okay,
technology, I say, it is like a dead fish in the shelf that people always used to say. So
okay,
either
okay,
you just so make it, cook it and eat. If you keep it for 2 days, 3 days, 10 days, you cannot
Mm-hmm.
eat it. Like that, technology also keeps upgrading on its own.
Okay, okay.
Either you be the source to upgrade the technology and go and tell people that yes, it has been upgraded,
Mm-hmm.
or you should be in a position to adapt to the change that is it is getting upgraded. Simple
Okay.
example, people used to talk about Industry 4.0.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time Industry 4.0 came to India, it was only because of a COVID pandemic
Mm-hmm.
that came. Then people started talking about Industry 4.0. But by the
Mm-hmm.
time you started adapting that Industry 4.0, it has become Industry 5.0.
Okay, okay.
Okay, still you are at least four
Mm-hmm.
steps, 5 steps behind people. That is how
Mm-hmm.
it is. So that should not be the case. So you should always
Mm-hmm.
adapt to the new technology, and you should be the best person to adapt it. Basically. First person to
Okay,
adapt it.
okay. Okay. So last two questions, sir. The last two questions. So what qualities do you look in, for in your friends?
Friends,
What
see, to
qualities of
become
your
a
friend?
friend,
Okay.
there need to be no quality, there need to be no condition. Only your
Okay.
heart and the other person's heart should match.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
look at your childhood friends,
Mm-mm.
I think even we can match our own story also. The point
Mm-mm.
from where we became much close. Okay, it is
Okay. Okay.
unconditional. There is no condition to become a friend. If you
Mm-mm.
expect something by a friend, then it is not a friend, it's a business.
Okay.
Likewise,
Okay.
it is like partner also. Okay, there
Mm-mm.
should be no expectation from each other. At the same
Okay.
time, you should be ready to fulfill their expectation even without they telling you. So, with respect to
Okay.
friendship, there is no preconditions. It should match. Your mind and mind should match, and your heart and heart should match. That's how I like
Okay.
it.
Okay, so the last question I'm going to ask you, sir. See, this question is not only for the people who are inside this room watching your interview, plus whoever going to watch the recording of our interview. This is the last question, and a few people have asked us certain questions as well. So I would request you to answer those questions as well. So it's the last question, sir. Uh, for the next community, the next entrepreneur community, so what would be the few guidance or what would be the few words from the horseman? I need
So,
your
to become an
input.
entrepreneur, first
Mm-hmm.
thing is you are venturing into something. It's called a venture. It's called a venture.
Okay, okay,
An entrepreneur is venturing into something. It's called a venture. So there is no
okay, okay,
preconditions.
okay,
Whatever
okay,
comes in as the surprise factor, you should accept it as it is. That is the challenge. That is the first quality one should have. The second point I
okay,
would say,
okay.
it's not the quality, it's an advice. What you
Mm-hmm.
feel that you have made a product is the best, it may
Mm-hmm.
be of good taste or it may be a best according to you, but
Mm-hmm.
what purpose it is going to serve me or serve the other person, maybe in your own neighborhood, what is
Mm-hmm.
the key aspect that it is going to solve? What is the need for that particular
Okay,
solution
okay.
or the service what you are doing it? Okay,
Mm-mm.
I might have invited another aeroplane, no problem. It is I did
Mm-mm.
it. What difference it is going to make?
Mm-mm.
You get the point. So if that purpose is being served, if I say that okay
Mm-mm.
now from Coimbatore to Chennai it takes about 40 minutes. In my flight, maybe next flight it is going to take only 10 minutes, and my cost is going to be almost one third of what people are paying right now or what. Some novelty should be there. People,
Of
not
course, of
many
course.
people
Mm-mm.
are not going by air for the simple reason either they cannot afford it or the timing not suitable or whatever it is, and there is no need also for people. Okay,
Mm-mm.
if you remember that Deccan Airways that came into market, they wanted to address only
Mm-mm.
And I think there are some Tamil movie also made in that. That he assured a
Yeah,
camel
yeah.
by 1 rupee.
1 rupee, 1 rupee. Mm.
1 rupee. Okay, it is not that no, he just did it for the sake of any gimmick or whatever it is. There is a need in
Mm-mm.
the market that a low cost aircraft was required.
Mm-mm.
It was there. He sold it to a premium and then he went from the market. That's a different story. Whatever
Of
reason
course.
it might be. But it was not
Mm-mm.
tallying with his here aim, his own aim. He
Mm-mm.
came with that particular purpose. But he sold his company at a premium to Malaya and he went away from this scenario. It was a business
Mm-mm.
deal. Malaya wanted this much
Okay,
of
okay.
flying hours to be as experienced to him. So he clubbed both the
Mm-mm.
companies put together. I can go international. So that's the
Mm-mm.
reason he offered a very good amount and he felt it convenient because he is not able to face Malaya because of various other reasons. That was
Mm-mm.
also a part of that story. If you remember that sooner I
Mm-mm.
put or something, it was also part of that
Of course,
story.
of
It was
course.
there. But they are not shown
Mm-mm.
it in those aspects because it was only a commercial aspect.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it should serve some purpose. It should
Mm-mm.
solve some problem. You come with
Mm-mm.
that. Third point
Mm-mm.
is don't ever expect government to come and support you and handhold you all through your journey. Whatever government is doing is
Okay,
doing.
okay.
Many a
Mm-mm.
people come and ask me this particular question.
Mm-mm.
I say that yes, we can get you the funding. First question what they
Mm-mm.
ask is, can you get me the subsidy? This is the
Mm-mm.
very first question every entrepreneur wants to understand.
Mm-mm.
What for you require a subsidy? Yeah?
Mm-mm.
If you are starting your company only for subsidy, please don't do it. Even
Mm-mm.
I will not encourage those who are coming to me only for subsidy. I'll say no.
Mm-mm.
I'll say no, I can't do it.
Mm-mm.
I'll get you
Mm-mm.
the loan. I'll get you the funding.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
if you want, you go and apply for the subsidy. If you are lucky enough, you will get it.
Oh, okay,
But it is
okay.
not guaranteed
Mm-mm.
because if you want to serve and if you want to exist, as I told you, it's a venture. If you want to venture
Mm-mm.
into it unconditionally, you come. If you
Mm-mm.
are coming only for subsidy, yes, I am going to start the company for 1 crore rupees. I am going to get 35% subsidy out of it. Okay, so
Mm-mm.
many people think it that way. That is not the
Mm-mm.
case. And another thing, like they come for seed funding.
Mm-mm.
Nowadays, that is the buzzword seed funding. Government is
Mm-mm.
providing up to 50 lakhs seed funding.
Mm-mm.
Government is not providing to any Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Mm-mm.
There is a process. You should undergo an incubation with any of the government
Mm-hmm.
approved incubation center for 3 months or
Mm-hmm.
6 months. Then only you are eligible for that subsidy, even the seed funding.
Mm-mm.
Then
Okay,
also you
okay.
need to go for a pitching in presence of the ministry where the experienced people of
Mm-mm.
the ministry are coming and then they'll take it for that.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so only if you succeed, then you will get it.
Mm-mm.
That also not at free of cost. You should
Oh,
spare at least 1 to 3% of your company's share to them. Government will
oh.
become a partner of your company. It is
Okay,
not
okay.
given unconditionally.
Mm-mm.
So those who are having this wrong notion, please remove it from your mind. Seed funding is not going to come to you just like that. No question asked.
Mm-mm.
You will get it just like that. No. It is all a false
Mm-mm.
propaganda. It is only for the vote bank. There
Okay,
are some
okay.
people who are getting it, might be. There might be some people, but they will come from the back end and do it. But you and I can't do it. At least I can't do it. I'm not sure of Mr. Mitra.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Mm.
They should not have this myth in their mind that yes, government is going to handhold me right from the film till the
Mm-mm.
end. Because in
Okay.
An entrepreneur's journey, there are 7 stages. In all the
Mm-mm.
7 stages, you require somewhere or other some funding you require. Only in the initial stage you
Okay,
can
okay.
expect some funding from the government, where you are new, fairly new enough to come into
Mm-mm.
that. Okay, they are providing some term loan or working capital, whatever it is. You then you start generating
Mm-mm.
your own funding. There are so many other
Okay,
ways that
okay.
you can start generating your own funding.
Mm-mm.
So that funding is going to help you. That is going to come to you without any interest to be repaid. You can
Okay,
have
okay.
it at your own dispersal for maybe 5 years, 10 years, whatever period you want.
Okay,
After
okay.
say I'm a company now doing about say 10 crores of turnover now. I'm making reasonably, let's say, 2 crores of profit. My company valuation is something close to 8 to 10 crores. This is a thumb rule.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So out of these 10 crores, 25% of my company valuation I can liquidate in the market and raise the funding of 2.5 CR
Mm-hmm.
without any interest.
Mm-mm.
Government is providing some provisions for that, for the especially for the SMEs, small medium entrepreneurs. They are providing this
Mm-hmm.
facility. Okay,
Okay,
that is
okay.
possible. So if somebody, those who are
Mm-mm.
listening to this, if they want to become like that, doing reasonably good profit, they'll say, "No, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
showing profit because I need to pay income tax. I'm not
Mm-mm.
registered for GST because I need to pay GST." Whether you
Mm-mm.
like it or not, suppose you are going to buy some material with bill, you are getting the GST paid for it. I'm buying 100
Mm-mm.
rupees material. Let's say if it is 5% GST covered, already 5 rupees is there in my credit. I
Mm-mm.
am value adding it and I am selling it at 125 rupees. So my product attracts 5% GST. So what difference I
Mm-hmm.
need to pay is for this 25 rupees, the 5% what I need to pay, that is only I need to pay to the
Mm-hmm.
government. The rest of the things already there in my account as a credit. I
Okay,
need
okay.
not pay from my pocket. This none
Mm-mm.
of the auditors are explaining. None of the people are aware of these things. Because of
Okay,
this
okay.
IT failure and GST traction, most of the
Mm-hmm.
people are not able to expand their business because once they go
Mm-hmm.
for the second round of funding, immediately bankers will ask, please give your 3 years balance sheet.
Mm-mm.
You give your 3 years IT return. If you are not submitted your IT return, you are not eligible.
Okay, okay.
So what bankers will look at is what is the capital in your account as per the books of accounts. What is the capital in your credit that you are shown in the
Mm.
IT returns? Suppose my
Okay,
capital
okay.
is 2 crores, bank will not hesitate to fund me to the extent of 6 crores, and then they'll say yes, you take it.
Mm-mm.
It's 1:3 ratio. So
Okay,
people should
okay.
understand this, and the auditors should explain this. The mentor should go and
Mm-mm.
teach the people that this is what the mistake you are doing. Please don't do it. You become healthy.
Mm-mm.
You start paying tax. You are getting something from the government. It is your duty to repay it.
Okay, okay.
You repay it. End of the day, you are not going to pay. Somebody else is going to pay for it.
Mm-mm.
So why should I hesitate? That's it.
Okay, okay.
If you are eating a
That's
burger, it comes with a GST. If you are traveling by train, it comes with a GST. If you are traveling by flight, it comes with
mm-mm.
GST. When you are
Okay,
not
okay.
hesitating to bear these expenditures, why should you
Mm-hmm.
hesitate to charge your customer and then say, yes, that is how it is? I'm not going to charge
Mm-mm.
you 18% out of the entire money. I'm going to charge only to my profit ratio of
Mm.
18%, whatever it is. That is the difference I'm charging you. The price is already
Mm-hmm.
inbuilt. You need not bear the
Mm-mm.
entire amount. If you explain the customer, then definitely they'll
Okay.
also become addicted to it. So these are some petty points that the people should learn and then come forward to rather follow it there in the lifetime. That is how they can
Thank
become
you.
successful.
Thank you, sir. Highly informative, sir. Fantastic. Thank you. Sir, I have one announcement, sir. So, one Miss Sri Priya, she had sent a message. Partha sir, sir, can we approach you for further detail? If it's okay, please share your contact number. That's what message no, Sri Priya had put.
Sri
Uh,
Priya, where are you from?
1 minute, 1 minute. I'll
Maybe you
check
can call
whether
her if she is live.
1 minute. If I'll check whether Sri Priya is. I'll invite Sri Priya on stage, sir. Ma'am, you can accept this invitation, ma. You cannot user cannot be invited to stage as they have joined from mobile. Oh, Sri
Mobile.
Priya, you have joined from your mobile,
No
so
problem. No problem.
unfortunately,
You
so
can
you
always
can share your
contact
number,
me.
sir.
You can always contact me. My number is very easy. Please note down 74 100 120.
74. So one more, sir. 74.
74 100 120.
1 minute. But I'll
74
type it as
100
74
100
100
100 again,
100
then 20 20.
20.
You can call me anytime between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. No problem. I'm
Okay,
always available.
they are from Chinna Salem, sir.
Sinna
Sripya is
Sela.
from Chinna Salem. Ma'am, I hope you have taken down this number. And in the Q&A session, one person, Mr. Bala Murugan, he said, "Sir, your view on cockroach startup, and can you explain about it?" Bala Murugan.
What do you mean by cockroach startups? There are
Sir, your
see,
view on
what we
cockroach.
call it normally as a, there is
Bala.
no technical term as a cockroach startups. It is
Okay.
mushrooming, you can say. Don't ever like ill treat a person who is there willing to do it something out of the box and do it. You should always encourage. I never discourage people,
Okay.
even
Okay.
these college students. If you remember last month, I was there in Coimbatore, then we went to that Avinashilingam college. There are about 300
Okay.
girls they had exhibited some product. I could visit only 8 or 10, only that. Within those 8 also, I invited two
Mm-hmm.
people to contact me. They didn't contact, that is something different. I was willing to support them, I was willing to do them.
Mm-hmm.
So even the smallest
Okay.
idea
Okay.
comes from the remotest place also. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody can be discarded as the cockroach or whatever it is. Yes, people, if
Mm-hmm.
they have good ideas, as I told you, if it is going to serve some purpose, okay,
Okay. Okay.
then it becomes a viable project. Not in
Okay.
a, I can
Okay.
have a good idea and instead of wearing the watch like this, I can wear it like this, it doesn't get scratched. So that cannot become a startup idea. Okay,
Mm-mm-mm.
because it is serving my purpose only. If you say, okay, Nike, instead of this, I have designed something different, Nike, which will not break or whatever it is, what the cost you would have paid maybe some 10,000 bucks for this. I can give you similar at 1,000 bucks or
Mm-mm.
whatever it is. Then it has a value,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. See, there are n
Mm-mm.
number of opticals available in your city, wherever it is. I can say this
Mm-mm.
lens cart is one particular optical that has come out, and they are becoming very, 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 very successful, and they have
Mm-mm.
very nice way of communicating and convincing also. See, what is
Mm-mm.
happening is, suppose I want to go and buy this spectacle in any open market. These people
Mm-mm.
have priced it somewhere around 3,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees.
Mm-mm.
His price is also same.
Mm-mm.
He will not discount it. But what he'll say is, you pay another 1,000 rupees and become my gold member. I'll give two
Mm-hmm.
for this. Same 4,000 rupees,
Mm-mm.
I'll give you two.
Mm-mm.
I don't have any need for buying two spectacles. But still, my
Mm-mm.
sentiment says, yes, since it is coming at free of cost, yes, I'll take it. You
Okay.
got the
Okay.
point. You are luring your customer to get into your fold. In the
Mm-mm.
process, he has ensured that you are paying 5,000 rupees for your 4,000 rupees worth of it.
Mm-mm.
and he is giving 2 out of it. So what
Okay,
he would
okay.
have sold at 2000 rupees, now he has sold it at 2500 rupees.
Mm-mm.
And he is
Okay,
successful.
okay.
He takes everything 100% in advance. You need to pay everything. Then
Mm-mm.
only you will get the delivery on the fourth day or fifth day. Everything. They are 5-star rated. And he is one
Mm-mm.
of the topmost person who is there in Sharks, that is TV program
Mm-mm.
that it has come. So
Okay.
he was one of the person sitting as the person who wants to fund people.
Okay, okay.
Lens card. People, please remember. So he had on USP. Yes, I can give two at the cost of one by paying another thousand
Mm-mm.
rupees more.
Mm-mm.
So it is only a concept. That concept immediately clicked. Okay.
Okay,
Every time
okay,
you go,
okay.
they'll come with the similar proposal only.
Mm-mm.
Last week I went only to get the screws tightened. Yes, he ensured that thank
Mm-mm.
you. Okay, my wife and me we bought something at 5,000 rupees. He ensured it. It was not due to my fault.
Okay,
She
okay.
was, she could get succumbed it. I said, okay, you give me one more, no problem. I made one sunglass for me, and then I came out of it. Yes,
Okay,
these are all the
okay.
successful people that who can do it. So you should be shrewd. Your
Mm-mm.
punchline should be catchy so that yes, your customer is forced to come back to you again and again and
Mm-mm.
again and again. That is the secret of success. Don't call anybody as cockroach.
Fantastic. That's nice. That's nice. Thank you, sir. Thank
I
you so
think
much.
my
Thanks for
friend
your
there
time.
at maybe if you had replied, maybe you can ask him whether he liked it or not. If he has any comment,
Okay,
yes, I
okay.
can still
So,
answer it.
so far he haven't posted any comment or reply. Say, hopefully, probably, he might be putting it later. Anyway, thank you so much, sir. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your valuable inputs and ideas. Definitely, this is going to be very, very useful and helpful for the startup community in particular. Say it's like lot of sequence of a series of interviews and dignitaries from the industry will be giving their inputs and ideas or sharing their success stories. This is what the whole agenda. So for this Sowbaghya Seed Summit spotlight, I personally and of course, from the sponsors, India Startup 360 is our sponsor. Sowbaghya Vertical Industry is one of our supporters. So I thank you with all my, on behalf of my supporters also for your valuable time, for your good suggestions. Thank you so much, sir. You have made this day a fantastic one. You have made this interview
I
a
thank you.
very
It's my pleasure.
highly
I
useful, highly
wish
useful one, sir.
your program all the very success. And with one concluding remark that those who are having a look at it or maybe will have a look at it in due course of time or whatever it is. Any support
Mhm.
with respect to your startups, mentor, money and market, please contact us. We'll definitely help you out. Again, my number is 7410010020, and I am available at info@indiastartup360.com. Info at indiastartup360.com. So thank you and good night and wish you all the best.
Thank you, friends who
Thank
have who have been here in this room from 7 p.m. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Thank you so much for your contributions. We personally thank for your patience, and I wish you all the very very success in all your steps and endeavors in your life. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a successful financial year. So this is Mitran Sriram signing off from to National News Bureau. I'm the editor in chief of National News Bureau.
thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye. Bye. Sir. Bye.